People. Happy Wednesday. Hope all you're having a great day. Today's episode of GH was actually pretty good. It's Wednesday, so of course it's a filler episode. That's basically kind of how it felt. But certain parts were entertaining nonetheless. Um, I love the Kevin and Laura adventure storyline. I love it because it's obvious that Helena is sending them on a wild goose chase. But I find it funny when they were at the campus disco. Kevin and Laura seem to think that, Helena always plays these mind games just to fuck with you. Yes and no. She does, but then again, she don't. A lot of her mind games actually do lead to something. Because I highly doubt she's doing all of this to Laura to torment her from the grave. I'm pretty sure it's tormenting her, but in a way, I think in the end, it might have some payoff to it. Because I don't think Helena's going to send them on this wild goose chase with no end game. Helena always has some type of end game, and I'm pretty sure she has one now. Question is, what is it? The owners of the campus disco is Lloyd and Lulu Johnson, which happens to be Laura and Luke's old aliases. That's what had me confused. I'm like, so who the fuck owns the campus disco currently? Did Helena set that ownership up? Like, what the hell did she? I don't know what none of this is about. Like, honestly, I don't even know what Helena. I never know what Helena's end game is. Like, ever. You don't really know until you get closer to the end. That's when you figure it out. Because usually GH is a little predictable. But in this story, I can't predict. I can't figure it out. I don't know what it is. That's what makes me more curious to find out what the fuck is this goose chase about. Like, does it have anything to do with Luke, Lucky? Like, what does this have to? What does it have to do with? So far, I gather it has something to do with that time frame, which happens to be what 1978. I want to say 90, like 79, 80. It's somewhere around that time frame. Around that, I just don't know what exactly it is though. But it's something in Laura's past. Maybe her and Luke's past. I have no clue. It's something though, but I'm curious. Um, and I'm definitely feeling the chemistry, like I said yesterday, between Laura and Kevin. They definitely have chemistry, and I think the writers are definitely setting it up for them to, for their relationship to blossom as this adventure goes on. It's a good adventure, though. Hayden. I know some people don't like her. She's interesting to me, though. This bitch is in Windermere selling Nicholas's antiques, his paintings, anything of value he has at Windermere. This bitch is trying to sell it. Nicholas looked like he could have strangled her. Like he was pissed, and I would be too. Like that's priceless art. That's priceless antiques. Like she's sitting there selling for $1,000, and I'm pretty sure that shit costs way more than a G, and I'm pretty sure it's probably worth more than that. Like these are antiques. Like all that stuff is probably like 50 years old, and she's selling it for 1,000. Like I would have been pissed. But you have to, admire her because she is hilarious. Like she's funny. Like she is not gonna back down from Nicholas. Not until she gets an equitable divorce settlement, her $5 million prenup, and Nicholas is not willing to budge. And I don't blame him. So when Hayden, he basically told Hayden, get a fucking job. Like, stop trying to sell his shit and go get a job. So Diane shows up to Windermere to inform Nicholas that he owes back taxes to the IRS. But it's not personal back taxes. These are business back taxes. It's when Jason bought ELQ from him, the majority stock. The money that Jason paid him for the ELQ shares, he never gave the IRS, Nicholas never gave the IRS their cut. So that's how he ends up owing back taxes because he never paid them their share of the money. Which, like think about it. If you get a check for $1 million and you keep the whole million and you don't give the IRS their cut, they're gonna come after you for back taxes. because you didn't give them their half, which would be $500,000. So since Nicholas didn't give them their half, now he owes them money. What I want to know is what the fuck is up with Cassadine Industries? Like Nicholas has not mentioned that company in God knows how long. What is the status of that company financially? I find it hard. This whole storyline is kind of funny to me because 2009, Cassadine Industries was estimated at having a net worth of $20 billion. But in that time, Victor and Helena were siphoning off money for their, retarded ass projects. But my thing is, how the fuck, and that was what, 7 years ago? How do you spend that much, all those billions in 7 years? It's impossible. I don't care what schemes Victor and Helena were coming up with. You can't spend that kind of money in 7 years. 20 billion? It's impossible. Next to impossible. So I would love to know the status of the company. But Nicholas, he has Windermere, which is a huge castle, and it has a bunch of antiques in it. And on top of that, he has Cassadine Island in Greece with a big ass mansion sitting on the island with expensive furniture and more antiques. Why can't he just sell Cassadine Island and sell the mansion and the furniture? He would make millions off of that shit, probably hundreds of millions. I don't get why he don't just sell it. He's never there, so why not just sell the place? Helena's dead, allegedly, so why not just sell the fucking place? It would make sense. That would take him out of his little money pit that he's in right now. Or better yet, you can sell Windermere. It's a big ass castle. What the fuck does him and Spencer need with a big ass castle that got like 50 bedrooms? What do you need 50 rooms for if it's just two of you and some servants? He could easily downsize, and it's not like he has to live in like a little house. He could take that money and still live in a nice mansion. Like the Quartermain, Sunny, their houses are nice. I would live in it. I don't get I would never want to live at Windermere anyway. It's too many rooms. Number one, it's too expensive. The upkeep on that castle alone would keep me in a pawn shop. Like seriously, the fuck you want with that shit? So anyway, Jason had his little conversation with Sonny. I was getting a little nervous for a minute because I thought Jason was gonna go back to the business, but he informed Sonny that he doesn't want to be in the business because the business took him away from Sam and Danny for 2 years. I said, "Thank you, son. Thank you, Jason. Common sense. You're finally speaking some sense." But he did tell Sonny, if you need me, let me know. I think that they're gonna slowly put Jason back in the mob. I think they're gonna do that. They're gonna take it one step at a time. I hope he doesn't though. I hope he don't. But Sonny understood, and Sonny, wasn't being selfish. Sonny, he told him he understood, and he's happy that Jason is staying away from the business because, as we all know, Sonny has maintained the organization by himself in Jason's absence. But he did admit it was tough, but he's keeping his head above water. He's doing okay so far by himself. It's difficult, of course, but still. So anyway, Tracy was hilarious. The way she was acting towards Michael, and the way she was acting towards Hayden when Hayden came in, she kept telling her to get out. The balls on Hayden to come to the Quartermain mansion and beg for a job. Did she really think they were going to give her a job? Common sense would tell you hell no. They don't trust you. I mean, I respect her efforts, but still, it was a waste of time. So, Tracy had called Finn or whatever to check out the baby because Michael kept telling her that they needed to take the baby to the hospital. But she was worried that they'll call the cops and they'll take the baby away. And she already had Alice kind of quickly get a nursery together for the baby. So Finn came over, checked the baby out, said so far he was okay, but they wanted to run some tests down at the hospital because, he could have something that they don't know about. But she was hesitant. So when she went up to go check the nursery, Michael took the baby to the hospital, where he bumped into Felix. And Felix, of course, was shocked that that was Sabrina's baby. Um, I want to know what's going on with Dr. Finn, because I know Felix was trying to recruit him for the nurse's ball, but of course he doesn't want to do that. But what is up with his patients dying? Like, why the hell does his patients keep dying on him? I think Obrecht has something to do with it. I think she's trying to get him fired by killing off his patients and trying to get him to take the blame for it. Because that patient was okay. So how the hell she just ended up dying right there when he already ran tests on her and she was okay? Now all of a sudden she's dead. This has Obrecht written all over it. Then he's up in the freaking supply closet, in the drug closet, stealing drugs. I don't know what the fuck he up to, but you never know with Dr. Finn. I think that's everything in this episode, if I'm correct. Because it was more like a filler episode, so it wasn't really nothing major. But I think that was everything. So I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great day. See you all tomorrow.